Hello everyone, it's Nova. This is the second installment of the series that I've started, Mass Market Gems. I will put a link to the first video in the description box and we jump right into the video. The first one that I am very excited to show you guys. Autonomic Tarot. Created by Sophie Hollington. She's the illustrator. She is a famous artist in UK, I think. And David Keenan. And this deck was produced in the UK and it is sold on Amazon. It comes in a box like this. It's a large size tarot. This is such a cool deck, very underrated. Okay, so here is the little guidebook. It was first published in 2023 by Rough Trade Books, and now this one is the second edition. Box artwork by Sophie Hollington, design by Craig Oldham, printed in England. So this deck was first only majors. Let me show you the size. It is this much bigger than your standard tarot card. And the backs are really cool too. I should edge it, right? I should edge it in gold. And it is in order. I want to keep it in order because I'm studying it. I have just received it. Let me show you all the cards. The High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, and then you have Adjustment, the Hermit, Fortune, Lust, the Hanged Man, Death, Art, the Devil, the Tower, the Lovely, which is the Star, the Moon, the Sun, the Aeon, and the Universe. So as you see, this is a thought-based deck. 10 of Wands, Page of Wands. It's very interesting. Knight, Queen, and King. And then you have Cups, which is Hope, the suit of Hope. And then you have these cups. What do you think about this one? This is definitely my cup of tea. And I have read with it. I've done a few readings with it. It reads really beautifully. Page, Knight, Queen, and King. And then you have the swords. And you have these swords. 10 of Swords as completion, Page, Knight, Queen, which is on the box as well, and the King. Discs, Bravery. The guidebook explains it. It's a little guidebook, but it's still good. For me, this is a collector's item. So you have, I think this is the 10 of discs, I'm not sure. Page, Knight, Queen, and King. I was surprised to see this one on Amazon. It was like 30 euros. So I went and bought a second-hand one. And I made a huge mistake because I bought the second-hand one for 22 euros and I had to fix the box and everything. I didn't know that the box was so damaged. Some people sell their decks online with a lot of dishonesty, and it's really disappointing that the person would lie and deceive for just a few couple of euros. It's crazy. Anyway, let's move to this one. Spirit of the Drum Oracle by Barbara Mickeljohn Free and Flavia Kate Peters. published by Rockpool. This was a very recent one. And it says, in the dawn of existence, the primordial beat surged from the great void, the Big Bang. This divine resonance conjured sound, vibration, and rhythm into being. After 35 years of delving into the sacred art of drumming across the globe, the author unveiled the profound message of the spirit of the drum. Join a magical odyssey from the first drum shape in an ancient cave to its empowering form today. Discover how drumming can transform your mind, heal your emotions, invigorate your body, and awaken your spirit. So this deck has 36 cards. And a guidebook. So you see drums from all over the world, all different types of drums. The guidebook explains it very well. One of the interesting things about this deck is the guidebook. You will learn a lot and a lot of surprising stuff as well. So here you have the name of the drum or the type of the beat. So here you have log drum. And then you have a keyword. Here is veneration. And then a little message, a little explanation. Then you have the drum guidance. Then you have the drum beat. It explains about the high beat and the low beat. For example, for this one, the high beat says, buy or make your first drum. Create an ancestor's altar. Take a course of shamanic studies. And then the low beat says, remember to be conscious of your heartbeat and connection with source. And then here you get a little poetry and then drummery, which is another explanation about the whole concept. I don't know how deep I should go in these videos in the explanation for each deck. You guys can let me know in the comments. Do you want me to go deeper, explain more? These are the backs. It comes etched in red, metallic red, and the cards. So here you have frame drum, enthronement. I have pulled a few cards ever since I got this deck and read the guidebook. It's such a beautiful way to get messages because you learn a lot. Unless you are an expert in the drum science and history, you will definitely learn a lot of interesting knowledge. So here you have tambourine, vibrations. And this one is drum keeper, awakening. Log drum, veneration. World drum, responsibility. Taiko drum, acceleration. Witch drum, power. Wild horse drum, divination. Sami drum, survival. Siberian drum, revitalization. Morris dancer drum, tradition. Double-sided drum, purification. Timbrel, watchers. Four-beat, ecstasy. Tango drum, new beginnings. Buffalo drum, unity. Battle drum, victory. Deer drum, protection. Whale drum, right relationship. Kettle drum, sacredness. Mother drum, community. Drum kit, rock and roll. Tar drum, duality. Spirit journey drum, experience. Two-beat, visions. Healing drum, wholeness. Drum birthing, alchemy. Bodhran drum, heritage. Galley slave drum, monotony. Daf drum, dedication. My mom has a daf. It's a Persian type of drum. It sounds divine. It's so cool. On my wedding day, I had a group of drum players playing drum at the end of the wedding, at the closing the party. It was really cool. Toph Miriam, miracles. Tabla drum, union. Temple drum, player. Handpan, tranquility. Death drum, fearfulness. Trance drum, transition. So yeah, this is definitely definitely I recommend it if you like to try something a bit different. It's standard rock pool cardstock. It is matte but with a sheen to it. The images are cool. I have not paired it with any other decks. I have not used it within reading. I've only pulled cards from it, but it's really nice. I might also try using it within tarot readings. Why not? Okay, next one is the Pulp Tarot by Todd Scott. They have also created another one, the same style, the Horror Tarot recently, which is really cool. So these are the backs, and I have edged mine. You might have seen this one. It's really cool. And it reads really well. So this is the style of the ads in the 50s, I believe, right? The advertisements in the 50s. And maybe 60s as well, right? You guys are not going to believe it. I bought this deck for €100 from tarot.nl a few years ago. And then a year later, I saw it for $20 on Amazon.com. But it never came to Amazon Europe. So in US, this one is a mass market. In Europe, I think this is not a mass market deck. But I really like it. I have done many readings with it. Many. Like this is one of those decks that at least once a year it comes out for a few readings. Has a very specific voice. It's fun. For me, this is a fun deck. Like when I want to have a fun reading. And it's very surprising. The messages are surprising. She is accurate. I love this Four of Cups. Who has this deck? And let me know how your readings are. I also would really love to get the Horror Tarot, the new creation of this creator. It's really cool. The next one is the Venice Witch Oracle by Lillian Nguyen, and their Instagram is This Is Venice. This deck used to be an indie deck, and then it got picked up by Rockpool. It was published very recently. It says guidance from the universe to speak your intuition. Whether you need to clarify a situation, uncover an emotion, make a difficult decision, or simply take some time for self-reflection, this beautiful deck from popular creator Lily Nguyen offers clear and compassionate spiritual messages to assist your own intuition. It will give you the tools you need to move forward. And it does exactly this. So this is basically a clarifier. And a very colorful and modern one. I have used it with the guidebook. I have used it without the guidebook. The messages in the guidebook are short and sweet. Look at this edging. The messages are short and sweet. Like this. This is what you get per card. And it is enough. So each card has a title, which is the concept, and then it explains more. I have been pairing this with my the Tot deck that I have created for myself and a small group of people. You see these pictures. This is how it pairs with my Tot. And yeah. So I'm going to show you all the cards. Why am I showing you this as a mass market gem? Let me tell you why. This deck has 36 cards. The reason is that it pairs with many decks, many decks in my collection that I couldn't pair with anything else. That's one reason. The other reason is that it is very accurate in my experience. Very accurate, like it's surprisingly accurate. The keywords are simple, like you have art, family, magic, friends, child, fire. It has a kind of a Lenormand energy. It's very fortune tellery, and accurate, and it pairs well. And I like how it looks. I don't have anything else like this. It's unapologetically modern. I think it's very young. I don't have a problem having a very young looking deck. It's hip, you know. It's nice, I like it. Okay, the next two that I want to show you guys, these two, Super Lunaris and the Next World Tarot. My versions that you see here are not mass market, but they both have a mini version that is mass market. And they are both amazing readers, they're both powerful readers. I'll show you both of them. I definitely recommend them. So I got this one a few years back when it was released. It comes in a gorgeous box, but I'm not sure how the mini version is. It has this pamphlet, but it really doesn't need a pamphlet because it is very RWS. Mine has this gorgeous copper edging, and these are the backs. It's matte. Oh, it's in order. Why is it in order? The cardstock is very matte, very high quality. I'm not sure about the cardstock of the mini version. Who has the mini version? The mass market. To be honest, I'm not even 100% sure if the mass market version is mini or is it the same size. Look at this Hierophant. One of my favorite cards of the deck. Also, the Lover's card is really cool. So I was saying, I'm not even sure if the mass market version of Super Lunaris is a mini deck or not. I have seen it only in a few videos. Why I recommend this deck, why I think this is a gem, is that it is a workhorse. It is RWS, but very relatable. Like look at this 9 of Wands. Look at this 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. I really like this one. The deck is very relatable. It reads well. It's gorgeous. You can use it for all types of readings. When I received this deck, I read with it for everybody. This is again one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. I really like it. I read with this deck for everyone, everyone I knew. Because it was working like a charm. Like everyone was so impressed. I also love the King of Pentacles. So if you want a workhorse, if you want a deck that is very relatable, if you are a tarot reader, if you do readings for other people, I really recommend this one. And as I said, you can use this deck for many different types of readings. Gorgeous. and the Next World Tarot by Christy C. Rode. This one I know that the mass market one is in mini size. I have seen that one. Okay, so it comes in a sturdy box. I'm quite sure the mass market version as well. Mine has a guidebook. I think the mass market version also has a guidebook. And my version is huge. This big. It is very matte. This is a revolutionary tarot. The Ace of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. The only thing is that I don't know why I mean, you can look at it that way. It's not necessary. I mean, it's a very unnecessary way to put the titles of the cards. Anyway, it doesn't matter, right? Look at these images. So this is a post-apocalypse situation. And it makes you think. The messages are profound. The messages are really profound. The reason I recommend this deck is that it's gorgeous in my opinion and very versatile. The characters are very outside the box, all of them, every single one of them. The readings are profound, as I said a few times already. And I think it's a collector's item as well. Look at this Chariot. I like how eccentric the characters are. Love this, the Lover's card. I have done many readings with this deck when I received it a few years ago, when it was just released. I ordered it from US, and back then we didn't have to pay anything for the customs and for the tax. I only paid for the shipping. Good old days. Look at this, the World card. One of my favorites. Three of Swords. It's crazy. Also love her, the High Priestess. So I can only imagine that the mini version is even better because you can shuffle it a lot easier. It's easier to handle. I think this deck is only mass market in the US though, or maybe Canada as well. I have not seen it in Amazon Europe. If it is also available in Europe, mass market, guys, please let me know. I have not seen it, but if I know it is available in like Amazon France or Germany, I can still order it because I would like to have the mini version. This one is great, it's just too big. I don't have a problem shuffling it though, although it is very big, because I shuffle it this way. For me, my problem with this size deck is that I cannot pull many cards. Sometimes I would like to pull like 9 cards, 10 cards. The next one, a very sweet tarot deck, Fairy Tarot Cards by Radley Valentine, illustrated by Howard David Johnson. This one was published by Hay House a few years ago. This is such a good deck. So this is obviously a fairy tarot. I've done the edging myself. Look at the backs. So this is a large size card tarot deck comparing to your standard tarot card, and glossy with fairy images. The guidebook is written by Radley Valentine and it's so good. I love this guidebook. This is a powerful reader and very joyful, good vibes. I love how it shuffles. I love the glossy cardstock. A very underrated mass market tarot deck. Let me zoom in and show you guys all the cards. So all the suits are seasons. 7 of summer. I think it's the cups. I've forgotten. Cups or wands. Princess of Winter, this one is the winter is the suit of swords. And then for the majors, some of the titles are changed, like instead of the Hierophant you have Unity. One of the great things about this tarot is that you get 3 different interpretations under each card. So here, for example, for 10 of summer, it says an emotionally fulfilling life with family and friends. So summer is the suit of cups. Raising children wisely, people you can trust. And the suits are color coded. As you see, the red ones are the suit of spring, which is, let's see, 4 of spring. Be grateful, you have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness. A contented personal life. So the suit of spring is the suit of wands, looks like. The cardstock is good. It shuffles like a dream. Although the cards are big, but you can riffle shuffle it easily. It's very good for a beginner. This is a great deck for people who are a little bit scared of tarot. It has a lot of oracle deck vibes. The images are lovely. And it's mass market. I think this deck has a lot to deliver. I think this is a very underrated tarot. I definitely recommend this to whoever that is drawn to these images, whoever who wants to get messages on the cards, beginners. It's awesome. I actually want to do a reading with it now for myself, right after I'm done with this video. It gives you very uplifting messages, but in a realistic way. And it's good for when you don't really want to think. Sometimes I read the guidebook as well, and that is extra joy. Yeah, this is a really good deck. And the last one is the I Ching Oracle cards, or I Ching 64 Oracle cards by Los Carabello. This one was published like 10 years ago, I think. And this one is also gorgeous. I have done the edging myself in gold, as you see. And you get this Los Carabello guidebook with different languages. It begins in English until here. So you get this much per card or per hexagram. So each hexagram is on one card and you get this much as explanation, which is enough. I mean, it depends how much you want to deepen yourself in I Ching, but if you just want to pull a quick I Ching card, this deck is perfect. So you have these 64 hexagrams on the cards. And I really like the images. I got this deck because of the images. This deck pairs really well with all types of tarot and oracle decks, astrology decks, because of its color palette and its style of art. It's very pairable, and I do a lot of pairings. I mean, I always pair, I almost always pair. I always have a few decks in the mix in one reading. And this deck has been very useful. I have not used it for a few years now, but that's just because I have too many decks. I really like the messages. Such a good deck. Let me read one of the cards. Let's just pull one card and read it from the guidebook. Let's pull a card for the collective. You can have a question. Okay. Number 40. So we're going to read this card and we're going to finish this video on this card. So this card is called Sie or Deliverance. Above is thunder, below is water. Thunder above water. The rains come at last. The thunderstorm clears the air and refreshes the earth. So it is when troubled times end and deliverance is at hand. Release from pressure allows a return to everyday life with a renewed sense of gratitude. Attend to necessary affairs with all possible speed as good fortune approaches. So this is an appropriate card to finish this video on. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you think you would like to see more of my videos, if you have not done it yet. And I hope to see you in the next one.